Our charter on Arran is now in its 4th sailing day, and the weather is about as perfect as it can be. We originally planned to sail all the way up to Anegada for a couple of days, but since we lost 3 days to bad weather at the beginning of the charter, we decided to stay in the North Sound another day instead and just chill before sailing back down the archipelago.
Watch your motor.
The beach at Prickly Pear is just what we need to start our chill day. Farther along the beach, a private area for cruise ship passengers. But since there are no cruise ships in the Sound, we take the liberty to walk around. Too bad the bar is closed. Luckily, there are plenty of other bars open just across on the main island, all part of the famous Bitter End Yacht Club.
I'm having a painkiller and I'm feeling no pain.
The Bitter End features 5 restaurant bars, 3 shops, a marina, and several well-appointed luxury villas. The North Sound is famous for its well-protected natural harbor. Historically, it was treasured by Sir Francis Drake, whose fleet of 26 naval ships rendezvoused here in 1595 and used the hill near the Bitter End to practice their attack on San Juan, aiming to capture Puerto Rico from the Spanish.
What do you think, Lori?
We end the day with British Royal Navy rum. Pussers was originally blended and bottled in Tortola based on a recipe from the Admiralty. Before we depart the Sound, we motor across to the other side of the anchorage to refuel and pick up ice. The massive dock here makes it possible to service some very large vessels. Our next destination is Spanish Town on Virgin Gorda, and the unique granite rock formation is called the Baths. From the North Sound to Spanish Town is a little over 14 kilometers, close to 8 nautical miles, around a 2-hour sail. As we exit the Sound, the wind swings around more to the west. Wonderful sailing conditions as we head on a close reach. With the pressure off to try and make it up to Anegada, we're happy to just enjoy sailing. The wind shifts steadily towards the south, keeping us on a tightly hauled track.
Oh, it's a tough life, Lori.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to do it.
do February on a boat.
With such favorable breezes, it takes us just 90 minutes to come in sight of Spanish Town.
Oh, I see the red boy then down there. Just wondering about the gap in between that, the next one on the line with the red sail. How do you feel about it?
Okay, Chris, I agree. We're probably a bit too close. You want to try again?
Up to you, man.
Once we're safely anchored, we go ashore to buy a few groceries.
Oh yeah, the dinghy. We gotta watch out for the dinghy, bro.
Oh, baby, that's sexy.
I did that. I sent it. I said, oh, put yourself in this spot right here where I am.
Okay, I love this, especially I love the laundry on the side.
Yeah.
Lori knows where the grocery store is.
Well, Google Maps showed you where they are. Maps tells you the first one is not good. It's tiny.
As we motor in, we have to avoid a shallow reef that waves are breaking over. Lori's found a couple of local stores for us, but we really don't need much. Anyway, it'll give us a chance to stretch our legs. Virgin Gorda is home to just under 4,000 people, most of whom live here in Spanish Town, the second largest town in the BVI. Columbus named the island Virgin Gorda, Fat Virgin, observing that the hills and peaks, at least to him, resembled a woman lying on her side. Our walk takes us up Millionaire Road. Maybe it leads to some fancy estates, but we don't find them. But we do find a couple of shops open, even though it's near closing time.
Oh, now you're going to be famous.
Thank you so much.
The Spanish were among the first Europeans here and established a copper mine in the early 1600s. When the British took over the island later in the 1600s, Cornish miners were among the first settlers who then established Spanish Town.
Hello. Yeah.
We just made the grocery store.
Spanish Town was the capital of the Virgin Islands from 1680 to 1741, when it was relocated to Roadtown on Tortola. The British eventually started mining copper here in 1838. For 24 years, the Cornish miners worked with locals to extract the ore, which was highly valuable to the Royal Navy for shipbuilding.
Oh, another day in paradise.
I want you to spot after this.
Happiness? You ready to snorkel?
I'm ready to snorkel, Chris.
Earlier this morning, we moved Aaron over just south of the town to the Baths National Park. This southern zone of the island is iconic for its massive granite boulders that seem to tumble into the sea, creating wading pools, grottos, and ideal snorkeling opportunities.
Did you wet your mask and
Yes.
glue it up a bit?
There you go.
As you swim closer to the shore, the boulders provide the perfect environment for all sorts of ocean life. We're tempted to join Chris and Nicole for a walk in the grottos, where giant boulders sit in tidal pools. But a busload of cruise passengers just headed in there. So we enjoy just sitting on the beach. It's a pretty cool spot.
You can take your mask off.
What's the hold up? What's the hold up there? It's beautiful though.
Our destination for the day is Peter Island, where we hope to find a more secluded anchorage. From the baths at the south tip of Virgin Gorda to the anchorage at Peter Island is about 18 kilometers, nearly 10 nautical miles. Just a couple of hours and a straight line all the way. Enough wind to fill our sails and hardly any waves. And we find our secluded anchorage, Great Harbor on Peter Island, and there's no one here. Eventually, a few other boats arrive, but we more or less have this end of the anchorage to ourselves.
All these fish are down here going, oh, hey, cool. Right now they're like, oh, she's our friend, and they're swimming underneath her.
It's a bit deep for snorkeling, but a curious school of fish makes it worth dipping in. They're a bit shy. But their curiosity gets the better of them. Just off the point here is the wreck of the RMS Rhone, a big Cornish ship that sank here in 1867. The wreck is popular with scuba divers, and it looks like a dive boat is getting ready for a night dive there, which would be amazing. It's our last full day on the boat, so we're headed back to the Bight where we moored on our first day. On the way, we're stopping at the Indians near Pelican Island, a fascinating rock formation and, like the baths, a great place to snorkel.
Hey Chris, is that something at the far left end?
Anything else here, Chris? Go for that one over there.
All right.
The National Park Trust provides free use of the moorings here while you swim. The four pinnacles are 50 feet at their highest, and were said to be named the Indians because they resembled an Indian headdress. The shallow water and rocky bottom are an ocean garden of countless fish, many varieties of coral and plants. We're just surface snorkelers, but if you free dive or scuba, the deepest sections at 50 feet are supposed to be wonderful. It is fantastic swimming here, but exercise some caution as the current makes it hard to swim in certain directions. It is without a doubt one of the best locations to snorkel in the BVI. The Bight Bay is just 5 minutes away, and we're able to get a mooring not too far from where we were before. The Bight has some really nice facilities too. A lovely beach with lots of places to hang out, and a restaurant bar. Plus, there's another bar floating out in the bay for hardcore partiers. We're happy just to hang out on the boat and relax.
Where it's bleeding especially.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Nothing to do this morning except to return the boat back to Road Town before noon. It's been an incredible and unforgettable 8 days of sailing. Time has just flown by. We're so grateful to our friends Chris and Nicole for inviting us along on this adventure. BVI Yacht Charters asked us to call in when we were near the harbor. One of their crew then motors out to help us bring the boat in. We don't even have to worry about docking the boat. And just like that, it's over. Wow, what a fabulous trip. On the next turn left here, we explore the north side of Tortola with its spectacular coves and beaches. Check out the local neighborhood in Roadtown and enjoy a great ferry ride back to St. Thomas. If you like this video, please let us know. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all our latest episodes. Thanks for watching and see you soon.